Hello, Michelle Eves here. I have a positive news story for you. It's actually pretty inspiring. Alexa turned 21, and when she turned 21, she decided because she felt until about a year ago that the world revolved around her, and it wasn't until she was baptized that her viewpoint changed. She went around and did 21 acts of kindness on her birthday. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of her story, and hopefully it would inspire you to even just take one act of kindness and do for somebody else. Would make a huge difference. So I'm going to read part of this because what she says is just so awesome that I want to share it with you correctly. So her first gift was to her mother because her mother gave life to her and went through 16 hours of labor for her, and she said she wouldn't exist if it wasn't for her mother. The next stop she made was to a regional hospital where she brought food to all of the visitors in the waiting room in the ICU, and found that there was actually a pastor in the waiting room. And when her and her friends went to each floor to pray for the patients, they invited the pastor to go with her. And one of the ladies started crying and hugged her and her friends because she said that her husband didn't know who she was anymore, and that she was very glad that somebody was praying for them. And then she went to the fire department and brought breakfast to the fire department because of all that they do. She said that was one of her favorite places. She said that a couple of weeks before her birthday, she went into a Walmart and nobody had spoken to her. And she thought if she was depressed, that might have thrown her over the edge, So she thought, well, let me do some good for people who wouldn't normally otherwise receive it. And so she says we're so stuck in our phones and absorbed by social media that we don't know how to have human relationships. People have relationships through the computer. To me, that's just shallow. People remember human interaction much more than using a keyboard to communicate. She says that she wants to keep doing this for future birthdays and hopes to instill it into her children as well, and also her 12-year-old sister, who accompanied her on this 9-hour trip around the city, and hopes that she would take a cue from that as well for her future birthday. And she said that it wasn't turning 21 that made her make a change in her life. It was being baptized. And she said, I didn't turn 21 and just grow up. I gave my life to God and He changed my heart. It was because of Him, and I firmly believe that I was put on this earth for a purpose, and a large part of that purpose is to inspire others to kindness. That is an awesome purpose. She said also, and I love this, how awesome, well, she said that it wasn't that she didn't share the story to get attention, that she did it because of Hebrews 13:2, which says, do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for by this some have entertained angels without knowing it. And she said, how awesome would it be to do something for an angel who is here to view humanity, to watch us. You never know what small act of kindness would impact on someone for the kingdom of God. So I was very inspired by her story, and I hope that it has inspired you to go out and at least commit one act of kindness for somebody else today, even if that is just a smile and that's all you could muster. Okay? So I hope that you have a blessed rest of the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.